Hello everyone, welcome to Fiji's World. In today's video, I'll be showing you what African parents go through, the struggles African parents go through taking care of kids in Canada. As a mom of 4, my oldest is 13, youngest 6 months. There is a lot of struggles raising these kids in Canada. As we all know, there are no domestic helps here. Not that we don't have domestic helps, but they are very high, they are not affordable. So you get to do everything yourself. I woke up this morning and here I am. The youngest has to be assisted in bathing, my youngest boy. Then assist including him all by myself. Preparing breakfast too, all by myself. So as a parent here in Canada, one has to be very strong for yourself and the kids. There are no sick days, no sick leave. You get to do everything yourself. No nannies, no drivers, no gardener. You get to do everything yourself for the kids. The 3 oldest to be going to school shortly. I will still be left alone with the smaller one. And I'm still working as well. So you can see it's very tough. Most times we just put out the brave, the tough face, but it's actually a struggle for African parents when it comes to parenting in Canada. Now, aside from just the domestic help and all that, we still have other factors that also is a struggle for African parents. Other factors like parenting the right way, the Western way, not the African way that we are used to. It's also a struggle, and I'll also be diving into it, and I will break it down, discuss the parenting struggles aside the domestic work you get to do alone for the kids. Just stay to the end of the video and I will be doing more justice to it. Just stay tuned. Back home in Africa, we raise children as a community. Aunties, neighbors, even strangers help guide and correct kids. But here in Canada, it's very different. You are mostly on your own, and discipline is a very sensitive topic. Sometimes I catch myself holding back from saying stop that in public. I mean yelling or speaking loudly because you are worried someone might misunderstand or call child services. So every little thing you do that we take as normal in Africa is considered abuse here in Canada. Spanking, of course, not allowed. Even yelling too. So you find yourself holding back. You have to discipline yourself or you get into trouble. Then children are adapting faster. Another struggle is that our kids adapt quickly to the Canadian culture. The way they talk, think, even the food they prefer. Our kids no longer feel comfortable eating our African food, like swallow and all that. We want to be Canadians by all means. They want to do away with our African food and all that, even dressing and everything. So they just want to be like their friends in school. They want to act like them, eat like them, behave like them, and do everything like them. So it takes a lot of counseling and talking before they know, yes, we are Africans and we are unique in our own ways. That is about children adapting faster than parents. They want to start speaking like the Canadians also. So that is about. Then we want to raise respectful and responsible kids, just like our parents did. In Africa, we have our culture of respect. So we have to instill that in our children. You must not talk back at your parents like the way your friends do in school. So they see it as a struggle because they want to start behaving like their friends. The parenting style is more lenient here in Canada and focused on choices, not command. You ask children to make their choices. So how do you balance African values with Canadian freedom? It's not easy. By the way, that's their friend. He comes every morning and they walk to school together. You don't want to be too strict, but you also don't want to lose the foundation we believe in. Of course, we are Africans, so we can't just allow them have their way because they are in Canada. No, we still have to instill the culture, the African culture in them. Another struggle is lack of family support. In Nigeria, if you are tired or sick, someone will help watch the kids, right? But in Canada, unless you have close friends or family here, it's just you and your partner, or just you alone. In some cases, no grandma to help, no cousin to babysit. It can be overwhelming. Like I said earlier, I had my last baby 6 months ago. It was a big struggle for me. I did everything myself. No one to come babysit, or even what we call in Nigeria as omugo. No one. I was beating my baby as soon as I got back from the hospital all by myself. Then my husband helped in massaging my body, my tummy. So it was a struggle. Then the other kids also there too. That special treatment in new mom experience wasn't there. So my kids playing outside briefly before they head to school with their friend. Then childcare is expensive here. Rubbing cream on their lips, they don't like this, but as an African I have to do it because the weather here is harsh, so their lips will get cracked. Then make sure they oil their lips and their face also. The childcare is expensive here, and for immigrant families it's a big struggle. You are juggling work, bills, maybe even school, and then daycare fees are very high, very expensive. I was working, I had 2 jobs before I had my baby, but right now I even struggle to work 20 hours a week because I can't keep my baby in daycare all through. Too expensive, because what I will end up paying will be higher than what I will be earning as my income. So I just breeze in, pick some little shift and stay home with my baby. Just 20 hours a week. Then also the children want to forget their culture, as I said earlier. They don't want to have anything to do with the African culture again. They don't want to be identified as the African children that they are. They just want to be like their friends by all means. So despite the challenges, we are doing well. It's not easy, but every effort we make matters. Let's keep teaching our kids our values, sharing our culture, and giving them love and support in both ways. My kids are gone to school and I'm back home with my baby before I head for my afternoon shift. Just suiting her. So after all this, I will still end up going for my 8-hour shift in the afternoon, doing some cleaning, rest a bit, and I head to my work. So these are some of the struggles African parents go through that we hardly talk about. You just see the glamour, the pictures we take, the photos we take, we post on the internet, on the social media platforms. But behind the scene is a big struggle. But we're in end. It's all about sacrifice for ourselves, for the children most importantly, for them to have a better future, a better life. than we had growing up. So it's all about sacrifice. Is it worth it? Of course, it's worth it. Yeah, that is the joy of it. It's the joy of having children and family around. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also drop a comment, and I will see you in the next one.